So these are the different numeric operators, right? So what all operators we have, students? So we have operators like plus, minus, modulo, star, right? We have increment and decrement operator also, right? So let us have a more detailed glance, okay, about the decrement and increment operators. So in exam, if they ask you to explain what are the JavaScript operators, just list down these operators. These are with the name, and then start with few examples. Okay, now see one example here, students. Suppose if we have something like this, suppose if we have plus plus a, okay, and we have shift into 3, right? Suppose we again have a plus plus, right, and into 3. So let us consider this example. Okay, so this is one example which will tell you about the usage of increment operator, right? So here, can you tell me what is the difference between both the increment operator? So here, if you see plus plus, it is an operator, increment operator. A is what, students, here? What is A? A is your variable, okay? 3 is your value, and star is your operation which you want to perform, right? So if you see this plus plus a, it is called as what? It is called as a pre-increment. Am I right? It is called as pre-increment, right? Yeah, pre-increment. It means before evaluating the operation, what is going to happen? The value of a is incremented. Okay. So what happens if, okay, this operator you are seeing here, if this operator is followed or preceded before a variable, the value of the variable is changed. So here what is going to happen? The value of a is going to change. So suppose I will take the value of a. So let me take the value of a as 7, guys. Okay. Suppose the value of my a is 7. Okay. So I think there is some problem with the size, isn't it? So let me minimize it. Hope it comes in bold. Okay. See here. So what happens, students? So here, as I was telling you, so if we have plus plus a, so what happens? First, it is a pre-incrementation. So the value of a is incremented at the initial stage itself. Okay. Yes. So what happens? The expression here changes. So how does it changes? Here the incrementation of a is made and then it is multiplied with the 3 because it is a pre-increment operator. So it happens 1 plus 7. Okay, it happens 1 plus 7, right? Am I right? It happens 1 plus 7 and then it is multiplied by 3. Okay, so what will be my answer here? 8 into 3, that is 24. Okay, so here when you take a plus plus a, what is going to happen? The value of the variable is incremented first and then the other operations are performed. Okay, suppose if you consider this operator a plus plus into 3. So what happens here? In this case, okay, in this case, first valuation happens with the same value, that is it is 7 into 3, right? So what happens here is, if the operator is following the variable, right? If the operator is coming after the variable, the expression evaluates to the current value of the variable. It will consider the current value of the variable. Okay. And for the next time, the value of the variable will be changed. So next repetition, what happens? It will become a plus plus. It means 7 plus 1. So value of this expression will be what, students? 21. Are you getting this? So why does it happen, right? So this is all about the increment and decrement operator. So this kind of processing can be understood in more detail with the help of very important rules of the operators, which is called as what? Precedence rules. Okay, precedence, and you can also call it as what? Associativity rules, or you can call it associative rules. Okay, precedence as well as associativity rules. So when we know these kind of rules, students, what is going to happen? It becomes easy to evaluate your numeric operators in every programming, not only in JavaScript language. Okay, not only in JavaScript language, students, this is important in every language. So precedence and associativity rules are very important, right? Yeah. So when in exam it is asked to you explain different. Okay, so this is an answer for which question, students? Explanation of Java script operators, okay, and expressions. We are learning these concepts right now. Okay, so under that we are learning which one, students? Under that we are learning this is the first category, that is the numeric one. Okay, is it clear? We are learning about the numeric. Clear to you? Okay, now let us see what is the precedence or what all these things means to us, right? Okay, now see. So what do you mean by precedence? Can you tell me anything? So where we are using precedence, let us take an example. For example, A star, okay, I have B plus 1. So this is one example here, right? Now, if I give you some values for A and B, if I give you some values for A and B, how will you evaluate this expression? Whether you will do A into B for the first time, okay, or will you do B plus 1 for the first time, isn't it? Whether will you take A into B, or first you will take B plus 1, or first you will take A into B. So how will you calculate this? So to understand this in more details, we need the precedence and associativity rules. Okay, we need to understand what are the precedence, okay, and associativity rules. Okay, now, so what do you mean by precedence? So please note down the definition of precedence. If you want, students, please note it down. What is the precedence? What do you mean by precedence rules? Okay, so I'm going to define it now. The precedence rules of a language specify, okay, so this precedence rules specify. So the precedence rules of the language specifies which operator is evaluated first. Okay, it will tell us what precedence is going to tell us. It will tell us which operator you have to evaluate first, right? When it is going to tell us when two different operators are there, we can see that star is there and plus is there. So precedence rules are going to work when we find different operators are followed by the operands in an adjacent expression. It means in a single expression. Okay, so see the definition. If you are writing, write it down. The precedence rules of the language specify which operator is evaluated first when two operators with different precedence are adjacent in expression. So what it means here, the operands, okay, you can see the operands and different expressions in that operand. So an expression containing of operands followed by different what? Operators. Okay, so at that time, which rules you are going to use? You are going to use precedence rules. Means if in an adjacent expression, if you find different types of operators are there, in a single expression, at that time you follow which rules, students? Precedence rules. Okay, now what about associativity? Suppose it is like this. Suppose if I A into B into 1, suppose if I have expressions like this. Now here you can see what is happening. You can see that in an expression there are same type of operators. Okay, so we don't know from where to start and which expression we have to evaluate. So when in an expression same type of operators are followed by the operands, at that time what you have to do? You have to follow the associativity rules. Okay, clear to you? So when to follow precedence rules? Precedence rules are followed when in an expression different types of operators are there. When to follow associativity rules? When you see that in an expression same type of operators are there. At that time you have to follow the associativity rules. Okay, so for this also some types of rules are going to apply, that is in pre-increment and post-increment. Okay, all right. Now here is it clear? Precedence and associative. Okay, so this you have to explain under JavaScript operators and expressions only. Okay, now I will show you that table, students, which is there in the notes. Okay, so you can see here I have taken that table here. So in this table, the same examples I have given to you just now. See here. So this is a table which will tell you about what operators are there and what is their precedence and associativity. This is a table for both. Okay, it is a table for both precedence and associativity table. So this is telling you about precedence of the operator. Okay, so no star is needed here, just it came operators. This is how the operator's precedence is there, and this is the associative. So this will tell you the precedence. Precedence means when different operators appears in an expression, which operator you have to evaluate first. Okay, when different types of operators are coming in the expression, which expression, part of an expression you have to evaluate first. That is the precedence. What is associativity? If same operators are coming in the expression, from which side you have to start evaluating the expression. That is called as associativity. Clear to you? See, the definition is given here. The precedence rules, you can write this definition, and the associativity rules, you can write this as a definition, and this table you have to write. Okay. Now see, we have plus plus, minus minus, minus and plus. So precedence is how, if all these values are coming in the expression, first you have to solve plus plus, then minus minus, then minus, and then plus. Okay. Is it clear? Now, if there is an expression where only plus plus is coming in two places, you have to solve the right part first. Okay, you have to solve the right part first. So all these are right associative. It means if any expression is coming where all these operators are repeating, like a plus plus, b plus plus, or a minus minus, b minus minus, a minus b minus c, a plus b plus b. If such kind of operators are coming, what you have to do? You have to solve them from right side. Okay. We will see one example. Okay. So now first go through this. Then we have star, we have division, and then we have modulo. Okay. So star is nothing but multiplication. Division is going to return you what, students? Quotient. Mod is going to return you the remainder of the expression, right? So all if star, if you can see that the star, division and mod is there, first you have to evaluate the star expression, then wherever the division is there, and at last you have to solve the modulo. If it is a into b divided by c divided by d, something like that, you have to follow this order: first multiplication, then division, and then the modulo. And all these are left associative, students. Left associative means what? You have to start solving from this side. First you have to solve if there is an expression saying a, okay, we have a mod b, okay, and then we have mod c. So right side means this, right means this, okay, right side means this. So what about left side, students? Left side means like this. So first you have to solve a mod b, okay, and then the result of this mod c, that is the left associative, that is L is equals to, remember this, left side is equals to right side. So right side means from this direction you have to solve, left side from this direction you have to solve. Okay. Now, so we have a binary plus and binary minus, students. Unary and binary both are different. Okay. So we have plus and minus here. It will also be from left side. So first you have to solve plus and then minus here when it is binary, right? Unary means your normal terms. Then associativity of this is also left associative. Okay. Now I will tell you one small example to understand that. Okay. So to understand what associativity and precedence, right? Now, let me take one example, students. Suppose I have value of a is equals to 2, okay? And then I have value of b is equals to 4, and I have just declared the variables c and d, just declared, okay? Now what I want to do, I want to solve this expression. Suppose c is equals to 3 plus a into b. Suppose this expression is there. Now, how we are going to solve this depending on what? You can first see that 3 plus a into b. So here you can see that there are two different operators, students, isn't it? We have different operators. We have plus also and we have multiplication also. Am I right? Okay. So if you go back to which table, students? If you go back to the associative table. So which I have drawn so many things on it. Let me clear that. So this is our associativity and precedence table. So here if you see, there are two different operators, means I have to go for what, students? I have to go for precedence table. Okay, and there is an operator called as what, students? Plus is also there, and I have also got what? Multiplication. Are you getting that? So when I have got plus and multiplication, what I have to do? See here. So if that is given, star is first. Okay, so we have to evaluate star. So here, see in this expression itself, it comes plus and minus. The plus and minus comes after star. Okay, division, modulo, plus and minus. So this is in the order only. These will come first, these will come second, and these will come third. Okay, so first I have to evaluate, compared to star and plus, I have to evaluate star. Okay, I have to evaluate star. So how it is evaluated, students? Let me go back to your board. See here. So first what I have to do, I have to evaluate star, that is A into B. Okay. So what will be the value of my A into B? The value of A into B. So I have to do A into B. So value of A into B will be 8. Okay. And then what I'm going to do? Then I'm going to take that value and place it into the expression. So C is equals to, it becomes 3. Okay. And plus you have to take what? 8. Right. Now my value will be what? Yes, it would be 11. So if you take 3 plus A, what is the value of A? 3, 4, 5, right? 5, am I right? What will be the value? Tell me. 3 plus A, it is plus A, right? So 3 plus A means A is 2, right? So I will get what value here? 5. So 5 into 4, am I right? So 5 into 4 will give you what? 20, which will be a wrong answer. So there we need to follow what, students? The associative rules, right? Rules are very, very important. Which rules? Precedence rules. Is it clear? Okay. Now, let me take what, students? Another example, okay? Okay. Now, suppose same values I will take. For example, A is equals to, I will take 2. I will take B is equals to 4. I will just assume that I have declared the values A, B, C, and D, right? Now, in the D, what I want to do, I want to solve some expressions such as B divided by A divided by 2. Now, what is the thing? Now we can see that the expression is having the same operators, isn't it? Huh? Students, please enter your attendance, all of you. I can see 20 students are there. Enter your attendance, all of you, okay, in the chat box. All of you enter your attendance, right? See, now here, what did you see? I saw that D is equals to B into B divided by A divided by 2. So I saw in an expression, same operators are there. So what does my rules tell me? I have to go for which rule, students? Now I have to go for associativity rules. Okay, I have to go for associative rules. And if you find a division, what does the rule say? First evaluate the left part. Start evaluating from the left portion. Okay, because the associative of this operator is what? From left. So how I'm going to work here? First, I have to evaluate B divided by A. Am I right? So what will be the answer? 4 divided by 2 will be 2. Then I will divide that by 2. So now the obtained answer will be what? 1. Do you agree? My obtained answer will be what? 1. Are you getting? If you do it wrongly, what is going to happen? If you evaluate A divided by 2, so it will become 2 divided by 2. Okay. Then you are taking this value B divided by 1. So that is 4 divided by 1, which will become what? 4. So 4 will be the answer and 1 will be the also answer. But depending upon the rules, 1 is the correct answer. Okay. Are you getting that? Depending upon the rules. Huh? So 1 will be what the correct answer here. Okay. Did you agree? So in this way, students, you have to explain the rules of associativity. Okay. Compulsorily under JavaScript operators. Right. One more thing. So the values will also change depending upon the parenthesis, students. The values will also change depending on parenthesis. For example, if we consider this expression, and if we consider this expression A plus B into C, the values are going to change or not. If we take a simple expression, what we will do? We will evaluate this first. Which one? This one, B into C. We will evaluate B into C and then the result A, okay, plus the result. Do you agree? Yes. Then what we are going to do? We are going to take the result. But if we add parenthesis to the expression, we can override the associativity as well as the precedence. If we add what? Brackets. So if we add brackets, we will override, right? And its precedence is always high. So first precedence in brackets is flower brackets. Next it is for square brackets and next it is for circle brackets. Are you getting that? So after that comes the list of operators. So if we add a bracket here, right? If we add a round bracket, what happens? A plus B is evaluated first and then the result into C. Okay. So this is all about what, students? This is all about number or numeric operator. Is it clear? So it comes under what, students? JavaScript operators and objects. Okay, it comes under JavaScript operators and object. Clear to you? Now, so we learned about what, students? JavaScript primitives. Okay, we learned about JavaScript primitives. So JavaScript also provides us concept called as what? Objects. Okay, called as objects. It provides us what? The concept called as what? Objects. Okay. Now, one thing I want to tell you, right? So you have not learned an object-oriented programming language, isn't it? So let us understand in more detail what is a object-oriented programming language and what comes under this. Okay. So when we are creating, suppose when we are writing a code when we are writing a code in object-oriented programming language. So we have learned which language, tell me? We have learned procedure-oriented language, which you are learning just like C and data structures, right? So suppose if I want to write another type of programming language, it is called as an object-oriented programming language. Okay. So everything in JavaScript is considered as what, student? It is considered as object. Okay. Everything in JavaScript, okay, is considered as what? Object, right? So suppose we have 5 primitive types. What are those? Numbers. Under number we have string, literal. Okay. Yeah, and a literal. Then there is another data type. For example, let us take string. Okay. Let us take Boolean. So these are some of the what? Primitive data types, right? So each of these data types will include their own objects. Okay, each of these data types will also include their own objects. Okay, so we know some concepts like variables, right? So when we are using a main method, we have something called as what? Variable, right? And we have something which is called as what? Function. Yes, we know how the functions are working, isn't it? If I have to create a function, I have to write some code into the function, and then I have to call the function. Please try to remember from your C programming. Then I have to call the function, and after calling the function, what is going to happen? It will take the values and then it will evaluate. The same concepts are there in JavaScript also. We have variables also. We have functions also. So variables are sometimes also called as what? Data members. Okay. They are also called as data members. Functions are sometimes called as what? Methods. So functions and methods, the working of both is same, but the name given for both is what? Function as well as method. So we can name them by function as well as a method. So when we want to execute number related things, when we want to execute operations related to number, we create a number object. When we want to create operations related to string, we take help of string object. When we want to take Boolean expressions, we take help of the objects which are created from Boolean. Okay. So we will see in the next class about what? Detail about the number objects. Okay. We saw what is a number data type. We saw what are the numeric operators. Okay. And in the next class, what we will see next in the sense tomorrow's class, I will tell you what are the numeric objects. What are the objects? Okay. Yeah. So objects are nothing but what? They are just like a set of properties or methods that you are going to implement on numbers. Object in the sense here in JavaScript, it tells us that how you are going to implement that, what things you can do with the number, what all operations you can perform with the number. So some inbuilt set of properties are there. Those are nothing but here objects. Okay. All right.